We begin at 8 with breaking news. Phoenix police just announced they've made an arrest in connection with the ambush attack and murder of 29-year-old Lauren Heike.
It was nearly 1 week ago that police say she was killed on a popular hiking trail just in North Phoenix. Her body was found on the Reach 11 trail near Mayo Boulevard and Scottsdale Road. The person arrested tonight was at an apartment complex right off that trail near the intersection of Scottsdale and Bell Roads.
We do have team coverage for you this evening. Brianna Whitney and Michael Raymond have been following this case all day. They've been gathering more details for us after police made this bombshell announcement just 1 hour ago. Let's begin with Michael first, who's live near Scottsdale and Bell. Michael, what do we know so far?
Yeah, so we know that Phoenix police arrested a suspect here at the Catherine Apartments earlier this evening. And you can see they have this area of the complex taped off right now. There's multiple police cars here, and they are investigating something when it comes to this area of the apartment complex. This is less than 5 miles away from where Lauren Heike was found dead last week. So let's show you some of the pictures that came in from a source at this complex earlier tonight. They sent these images to us showing an arrest made at the apartment complex. Police say that suspect was arrested tonight. Arizona's Family Investigates has learned from a Phoenix police source that the suspect is 23 years old and he was connected to the murder through DNA. People living near where the 29-year-old woman was killed are relieved to hear that a suspect was arrested tonight.
Yeah, people were very happy. People were very excited. Everybody clapped, thanked the officers, and I do. I think they did a great job. This obviously happened not even a week ago, and they've already got the person in custody. I think it's great.
And police officers had a meeting with the people in that community nearby where Lauren's body was found. They say close to 100 people showed up to that meeting, really just trying to get some more answers and really figure out exactly what happened. So back out here live, you can see that police are investigating. The arrest was made, or at least announced, in the last hour or so here. Just talking to people, they're curious, what's going on around here. A lot of people not totally understanding, maybe getting back from work, not knowing what happened here. So that is the latest information. We do know Phoenix police have told us that they will have a press conference here tonight, hoping to get some more information on the suspect, exactly what led them to him and why he was here, if he lived here, if he was just here. We're trying to get some more information. As soon as we do, we'll be sure to update you. Reporting live in Scottsdale, I'm Michael Raimondi for Arizona's Family.
Yeah, a lot of chaos for the folks in that apartment complex, and we will, of course, hold that press conference as soon as they do it out there. Brianna's here now, and you interviewed a former homicide detective as we're learning more about what's going on here, and what did he have to say about the process?
Yeah, so he has also worked a lot of cold cases too. He was the lead detective that is credited for solving the Canal murders and the zombie hunter case, which we've obviously covered a lot. Yeah. Now, he says timing is everything. That's what's so important here, and I want you to listen to a soundbite he had earlier.
Everybody's heard of the first 48, which is the most crucial time to really get out there and canvass and look for surveillance and look at victimology. What has the person been doing before they were murdered?
Okay, so the first 48, right? The first 48 hours of the crime.
They have a show dedicated to that.
They have a show dedicated to it, and there's a reason for that. So Lauren's body was found this past Saturday. It was 5 days ago. The DNA aspect of this case, super crucial. Because they were able to make a match so quickly and identify this person from DNA at the scene, likely means his DNA was in the CODA system in law enforcement. That's what you are put into if you have a felony conviction, which means he likely had a criminal record. We know that because if you're not in that system and they have DNA from somebody at the scene, it takes so much longer to try to make a connection, which is why genetic genealogy is huge now too. We know it takes between 24 hours and 5 days for a rapid DNA test within Phoenix PD, and today is that 5th day since she was found. So it does all kind of add up when you're looking at the numbers.
And we know that Lauren Heike was basically attacked from behind. She was ambushed. We don't know if she fought back or anything like that, but in terms of the DNA sample, do we have any idea or any educated guesses as to where this may have come from?
So that's what we're still kind of waiting to get confirmation on. Like you said, we know that she was attacked from behind, which means she would have turned around, right, and touched the person who was attacking her. A lot of times, and you can see the scene here in the video in that area, a lot of times you will find DNA under a person's fingernails because of if they either try to fight back or they grab on. So that is a likely place where they could have gotten some of this man's DNA from. Other possibilities would be Other things around the crime scene, the weapon itself, again, they have not released her cause of death.
We don't have any information on what exactly happened.
Right, but we do know, I mean, once you have a DNA match, I can tell you time and time again, not only is it huge for these cases, but that is just so accurate.
Key.
There's nothing bigger than DNA.
And, you know, even though we don't know what the DNA is, it must have been pretty promising from the moment they got this case, because like you said, it's been 5 days and they've made an arrest. They were able to pinpoint, seemingly, the person they were looking for pretty quickly.
So quickly. And I think, too, another thing that Phoenix police will now try to look at, now that they have this person in custody, a profile, a criminal profile. When I was talking to Detective Hillman earlier, he was saying to build a criminal profile, you need to know what somebody was doing pre-crime and post-crime. And without having an identity, they didn't know. Well, now they have this person. What was he doing? What was his possible criminal background? And that would play a part into what kind of predator they're working with here.
And I know you spoke with this detective as well about the importance of cell phone records and pinging and things like that. And that might really be important later on in the game as prosecutors try to say, hey, you were here, she was here, same place at the time of the murder.
Absolutely. I feel like there's two possibilities with the phone that's going to be just crucial as this case goes on. One, pinging a location. Where was he and where was her? Was there a phone left in a certain area? Did it go back and forth from an area? And then, two, if there was any sort of conversation between the two of them in some sort of fashion, that would obviously be huge, too. And if there was any sort of, you know, was he near where she was in the days prior? A cell phone location is going to reveal all of that information.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this press conference. Do we know, because we've seen the video of the guy running, we don't know if that's the person yet.
Not
that
confirmed.
They have arrested.
It certainly looks like the same person. From what we're seeing from the scene where he was arrested, and then this video right here, that was the only video that was put out in the public. It does appear physically that it is somebody with that exact same complexion and that same body type.
All right, so we're going to be waiting for that press conference. So you're going to be watching it and come back in here with all the details that come out of that.
Yeah, because once we learn more from that, then even more of what the detective was telling me will come into play here. So we'll be here with more analysis as we break this down.
All right, thank you, Brianna.
Yeah.